of little consequence, but the pawns in this party are women all.
And yet, no two of us are the same. Here we go again.
I don't suppose begging for a reprieve would get us far with one of this lot.
By your leave.
Over so soon? Why? You seem to have come from.
You have my protection. It is rather narrow here. Be on your guard.
We ought to hasten our steps, lest we find ourselves trapped.
One can see well into the distance from here.
Would that our strength might be restored simply by gazing upon the sight.
Come to think of it, was there not another task we were to see to somewhere nearby?
When the mind is split, the heart must lead. Oh, so I've learned.
I'll gather this. It might be of use.
We seem to have arrived without issue. But are we safe here? Would you mind coming over here?
Welcome, as a discerning customer like yourself will doubtless appreciate. We offer excellent service. Always a pleasure.
I've ne'er seen this sort of craftsmanship. How'd they work such a pattern into the blade? Hi there, Arisen. Forgive me, but I've made nary a lick of progress toward restoring that sword of yours. The blade's make is as intricate as 'tis beautiful. Suppose that's why these things ne'er see battle, eh? If I only knew how to create this pattern on the steel, mayhap the rest had come easier.
What are you jabbering about now?
Oh,
You're looking at the work of a blaze hammer. 'Tis a process scarce employed, but one befitting the prestige of a regalia sword. Honestly, girl, you're no apprentice of mine if you can't figure out aught as simple as that.
sorry, Brocker. Must have slipped my mind. But if these patterns were the work of a blaze hammer, mayhap that's what it'd take to fix the blade. If you've not heard the term, 'tis where you heat your hammer to extreme temperatures by dipping it in magma. 'Tis hardly e'er used since the hammers like to cool afore you can forge aught with it. Brocker's explained the process to me, but I wonder if that's enough.
It seems to take a rather complex process to restore the sword, but I've no doubt that Ser Sara's up to the task.
There's no great shock to me.
Here we are. Knowing that the patterns on the sword were the work of a blaze hammer complicates matters somewhat. Suppose I'll sleep on it. Mayhap the answer'll come to me on the morrow.
Have a look. Hoy, look, no need to overthink it. You can... change it on a whim. You've naught to... Many thanks.
Look, as long as you please.
Something fun to do.
Precious little time.
Very well. I shall return.
Just tell me what you need. And I'll see... it done. Come again when you've more coin to...
Me? Now, this hardly bears saying. But don't you... dare try to...
Many thanks.
Our packs are heavier, and our purses far lighter.
These were necessary expenses, mind. No use clinging to every last coin.
Now, this hardly bears saying. But don't you always a pleasure?
Well met.
If you look at my wares. The world's changing. Not sure how much longer I can keep the inn open. Always a pleasure. The world's changing. Not sure how much... longer I can keep the inn open. Do come again. The world's changing. Not sure...
We must rest.
You're the one who brought that regalia sword here in the first place, aye? I want a word. It's that fool apprentice of mine. I haven't seen her since yesterday. Knowing her, she skipped off to the mountain base cave on Volcanic Island to try her hand with a blaze hammer. It's the only place with enough heat, see? Since you're the one who inspired this nonsense, you'd best go find her. And bring her back in one piece, lest I ring my hammer against that hollow shell you call a skull! Just tell me what you need. And I'll see it done. You're welcome.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
I wonder how Sir Fulvio's sculpture is coming along. Mayhap 'twould behoove us to pay him a visit. I believe I can guide you to the person in question.
Well, if you insist. I'm only glad I don't have to lead the way for a change.
Clark means to unveil the sculpture before a select audience. He asked me to extend an invitation to you as well. I will await you at his estate in Vernworth's noble quarter.
As long as you please. Welcome, and well met. Always a pleasure.
This may require a delicate touch.
Quite the predicament.
We have arrived.
Patrons, connoisseurs, friends, my humblest thanks for joining me here at the unveiling of my collection's crowning jewel. There is much more I should like to say, but the anticipation is apt to kill me should I stall another moment. Let us gaze upon the sculpture now. My word! 'Twould appear I overestimated your ability. How dare you claim my gold for a... You have shamed me, and shall ne'er again know my patronage, Fulvio. Now gather your things and be gone from my sight!
A dispiriting conclusion. 'Tis a shame how the sculpture turned out.
I do wish we'd had fairer tidings to share.
I'd fain lead the way, if you would be so kind as to follow me.
The vanguard is yours. Lead on.
Than I know how to spend.
The sooner my duties are complete. Our soldiers need better training.
We shall await you here, Master.
Sometimes I wonder if I'm punished for this one. Sometimes I wonder if I'm ties I best earn my keep. Not sure I can.
Money can buy
I
comfort,
always
sure, but not happiness.
I don't mind lingering for a spell.
Would that such peace reigned eternal.
Greetings. You seek guidance. You need only make a worthy offering. I have seen your path. May these words guide you true. You've my gratitude. 'Tis lovely to see you.
Chance to put my feet up is as welcome as...
Say, I've noticed you walking around questioning people. Looking for information, are we? If I were you, I'd pay a visit to the jail next, if you haven't already. The place is full of unsavory characters, as one might expect, who've seen things ordinary citizens aren't privy to. I should know. I was among their company till just recently.
Got any tales to liven up my day?
The other day, I chanced to see a most resplendent ox cart on the high road. Now, that's not so strange, but guess who I saw riding in it? Poor little Daphne. I doubted my eyes, I did. And rightly so, as it turned out to be a young boy. The resemblance was so uncanny, I mistook him for her. Gave me a right shock, let me tell you. Odd to think a young noble should so closely mirror a girl of the slums. Their faces may match, but the lives they lead are as different as night and day. Aye, 'tis a cruel world we inhabit.
Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
I'm quite sure I wasn't, but ox carts don't run so late at night. Was it a phantom then? I shudder to think.
Suppose you're all right.
I should tell you. Lubomir has passed. We did all we could, but we could not save him. Never before have I so fully grasped my own powerlessness. Would that I had been able to do more for him.
I spend my days in quiet... Ah.
Need someone to talk to?
I overheard some of the soldiers standing guard outside the palace discussing a curious rumor.
Oh, did it pertain to the Queen Regent and an important personage, perchance?
Indeed. Some suppose there is...
Or you needing me? Got something for me?
I'm always willing to lend a help.
You don't look like much.
Might not seem like much.
Is it true you're the Arisen? That's what I've heard, anyhow. Only, I seem to recall someone else boasting of being the Arisen over in the tavern about 6 months ago. Just be sure you play your part well, whatever the truth. The Arisen takes the crown here in Vermund, after all. A fellow Drake or two, and I reckon you'll earn the people's faith. Good luck to you.
Do be quick. I fear my time is in short supply.
How can he be so cold? Where are we to go if not our own homes?
I haven't seen my husband in some time. You wouldn't happen to know what's become of him, would you, sir?
How can he be so cold? Where are we to go if not our own homes?
This place offers a view of the sea.
I wonder what lies at its bottom.
How can a false arisen have come to possess such powers? Leave my tomes unmolested, I pray.
Very well. I shall await further orders. I've a modest talent for spotting materials that could...
Know you of any places for a stolen hour of respite?
Got something for me? I wish life was nothing but good.
Time to be heading.
Look, as long as you please.
Perhaps you might provide me with some inspiration.
Need anything? Need anything? Stop by again soon.
Well met, son. How might I be of service?
Come take a look. You'll be glad you did. Always a pleasure.
Got to face it. No one.
You shan't hear me complain about an early... Should we hunt a few monsters to start the day off?
Come, we've much to be getting on with. Feeling rested, I trust?
Oh dear.
Aye, I'm well enough, thank you.
I've things to do, if you don't mind.
Ox carts don't travel at night anymore. Didn't you know that? Monsters are apt to grow bold with the sun setting, you see. 'Twould be the height of madness to take one's cart out after dark, particularly when 'tis loaded up with goods. Should you require a cart services, you'd best wait for the morn, methinks.
What would you of me?
You don't need a permit to get into Batal.
All you need of me?
Here to ask Autumn.
You looking to enlist?
Off we trot.
Suppose I'd best get to work.
My body's not forgiving me for last night's stuff.
Arisen, I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more?
Would you care to behold a forgotten riftstone as yet undiscovered in this world? Then follow me. 'Tisn't far.
I brought the number that you requested. I'll take it this'll be enough.
Aye, nicely done. Get in, you lot. Here's your payment.
Thank you kindly, sir. Ordinarily, coin like this would take me half a year to earn.
And I'll thank you to spend it wisely. Don't go drawing undue attention onto yourself, or that'll be the last you get. An ox cart travelling a night is suspicious enough in its own right, if 'twere known that I'm carrying pawns across the border.
I know, and I'll take care of it, I swear it. Contact me again when you've need of more cargo, won't you? What is it? I've done naught worth following me over. Pray let me go. Hold, I beg you. I'll tell you what there is to know. I was approached by a Batali merchant I met at the border checkpoint. He offered me a coin in exchange for rounding up pawns. Aye, I know. Here in Vermund, there's nary a deed more abhorrent. But you have to understand, my gambling debts were like to drown me. I needed coin, and I needed it fast. I know not where they've been taken. Pray, believe me. Here, take this. 'Tis a document I got from that merchant. If word of this should reach the palace, I'd no doubt be disciplined. I might even lose my post. I'll give you all the gold I got today. So pray, I beg you, will you let me go? I swear I'll ne'er do aught like this again. You have my sincerest thanks. I see the true Arisen is merciful indeed. I'll be going then.
The sky is radiant this night. I feel at peace to gaze. On it.
I suppose 'tis so.
Winches on all sides.
You have my fullest confidence. Yes, Your Majesty? Ah, so you've encountered the Phantom Oxcart from the rumors. To be precise, the letter of the law does not forbid the abduction of pawns. However, in our sovereign-ruled kingdom, crude treatment of the pawns who so loyally serve our liege is an act decried by all. If one were to sell them for personal gain, they would doubtless be censured no matter their station. And this letter, by its make and the quality of the parchment, I can only surmise 'tis of the like used in the palace. We ought to assume a member of the court has a hand in this matter. But for what purpose are these pawns being gathered? And where are they being taken? I have a proposal, Your Majesty. Should we ascertain the pawn's destination, perchance we will discover the intent behind this plot. Yet if we question the driver haphazardly, this mission will be over before it begins. I bid Your Majesty follow the Oxcart without arousing suspicion, that you might divine where it is headed. Alternatively, mayhap Your Majesty could assume the guise of a pawn and await pickup in a likely location. I leave the choice to Your Majesty's discretion.
Still too early to set out.
Seems my feet
Always another errand to see to.
here.
It's been a hard day.
Arisen, I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more?
What's this? Only pawns? What's that dullard playing at? Suppose it's all the same. The cargo's all I need to get the job done. In you get then. Oh, it's cold out. I'm tired. Empty. Forgot to buy more drink. Could do with a proper meal. What was that? Fine. Now I'm jumping at shadows. We're under attack! Don't just stand there! Protect the cart! Drive the fiends back!
You know,
so that I might adopt the most effective stance. Right, much strength.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
What's the hold-up? Get in! How fare my fine passengers this evening? Don't know why I'm asking, you never answer. Suppose you'll just have to listen then. You pawns are a credit. They say you'll do whatever the Arisen says. You offer no complaint or quarrel, and you're undying to boot. You're well suited as slaves, if you ask me. Truth be told, I've lost count of how many of you I've transported these past few days. Still not the faintest idea what they do here, or where they take you after I drop you off. I've ne'er seen one of you return. That says a lot. As some would tell it, you're serving as targets for new recruits undergoing spear training. Others say your lifeblood is squeezed out like juice from a grape to be offered to the Empress of Batal. Did that scare you, Amy, of mind? It was all in jest. It's not like I know the truth of it anyhow. Not like I care. As long as I get my coin, I'm a happy man. I'm not fussed what it is to you.
We shall remain here.
Halt! We're expecting your cargo. Open up.
I hear they follow whatever command they're given.
Aye, and they'll take any beating without a word of complaint. Let's see for ourselves.
Sorry, my hands.
How'd you like that?
Built rather tough.
You going to fight back?
They may be undying, but they don't seem to know.
They're just taking it.
What should I get up to today?
What a bore. Just like hitting a
That's it.
Must be another day. Enough! That's valuable merchandise you're toying with. Worth more than your wages combined. Have you prepared the cargo we're to carry alongside them? No? Well, get a move on. We're off.
On your knees, worthless vessels.
Let us examine the area carefully. There may well be a clue nearby.
Wait, you're not a pawn. We've an intruder in our midst. To arms!
right there. Perhaps this will serve as evidence. Now to report to... Captain Brandt. Certainly, Master. I can take you to this individual.
The vanguard is yours. Lead on. And here we are, in the blink of an eye. Shall we take stock of our surroundings?
Fancy a gander?
The person we're here to meet is nowhere to be seen. Shall we come back later?
This is the wrong time of day for what we have in mind. Best we set out again later.
Let it end. I don't want to think anymore.
Ah. Might head to
Nothing's harder than living on it.
You have my fullest confidence. Has there been some development, Your Majesty? Well now, you have divined the Oxcart's destination then. I see. So they were procuring pawns in order to carry out this excavation. The staff you mention is most curious. It sounds as if 'tis of the same make as the jewel wielded by the Queen Regent's puppet. I had heard pawns face much prejudice in Batal. Yet to hear that they are treated as tools to be discarded and given such perilous tasks, 'tis contemptible indeed. Volcanic Island has long been part of Batal's territory. The lake of lava present there is revered for its flames, which are sacred to the Batali people. Perhaps 'twould be considered blasphemy to give such work to their own. Or could this simply be a means of testing the efficacy of these jewels that allow for the control of pawns? I can offer naught but conjecture. For now, we ought to aim our efforts towards proving that a member of the Vermundian court has been selling pawns. Should we succeed, even the Queen Regent herself could not deflect the people's displeasure. She would doubtless lose their confidence. You have my gratitude, Your Majesty. The evidence you have gathered shall form the stalwart pillar upon which our rightful claim will rest. 'Tis most valuable, so pray exercise the utmost care when deciding how it ought be used.
At least here the Queen Regent shall face justice. You have succeeded where my own master failed, Arisen.
A resounding success.
Suppose I best earn my keep.
Ho there. How have you fared? Might I beg a favor of you? Oh, I see.
Getting proper rest is an important duty in its own right. Should we hunt a few monsters to start the day off?
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
Feeling rested, I trust?
Fancy a look at my wares?
Good day, sir. What might you be looking for?
It's been a hard day.
This ox cart's bound for the... I'll need to see some coin before I let you...
Faring well, I hope. Might as well take a look. While you're here, stop by again soon.
Seek to enter, but...
Leave this place at once!
It's too quiet here. Our brigands lurking about.
I worked hard today. Beg pardon, sir. Beg pardon, sir, but I...
One can never be too careful.
I swear this ox eats better than I do.
This ox cart's bound. Want on, you'll need to pay up then.
I've got to be silent as the night.
I end up feeling weary even after a day of rest.
All seems well here.
Idleness is a luxury I can barely afford.
You'll have to do well to beat today's god.
Just a short rest. Then I'll...
Perhaps this will seem of little consequence, but the pawns in this party are women all.
Rattlers, master!
Lest we refrain from using holy power. You'll serve us but little against it. No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say. We'll never get anywhere if all we do is rest.
Let us return once we've grown tired from our labours. I will protect you.
Look out, Arisen! We're under attack!
The paths to victory are mirrored. That strategy never would have occurred to me.
Oh well, only surprised.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes.
Good day to you.
Who are you? No, never mind. 'Tis of little import. I'm searching for blue crystal shards. Find any, and I'll pay you handsomely. The bigger they are, the higher your reward will be. Is that all? Tiny fragments such as these aren't nearly good enough. Still, I expect I'll find a use for them. Here, take your coin and be gone. 'Tis a god's sway. Well, to be precise, the crystalline substance from which 'tis made. By refining such crystals, anyone can attain the power of the Arisen. The power to command pawns, that is. However, small fragments are meaningless. They cannot contend with the Arisen's power, you see. Speaking of which, should you find any large fragments, bring them to me, won't you? Though that is possible larger shards may have been mistaken for jewels and carried off by scavengers or collectors or some such. Mayhap one such as the Oracle or the Dragon Forged would be able to aid you in locating them. I can tell you no more than that.